Hey there, I want to welcome everybody here. I'm going to tell you, I'm so excited to have a special guest. This is your good friend, James Knight. Now, I've been looking forward to having James here for a while. And yeah, guys ever wonder how to actually create a header that's right on Facebook? A really cool header, instead of having all the people on there. Well, we're going to show you how to do it and how easy you can do that with about less than a couple minutes. Also, if you want to do it on your YouTube channel, it's just going to jazz it up, help brand yourself, and that's really awesome. And you know what? When you brand yourself, you make yourself look a little bit more professional. And also, if you're doing that for an offline client, it's going to make him look a lot more professional. And he's going to keep paying you. Like, for example, I have a roofer that pays me $1,200 every month. But because I can put a professional header up there for his YouTube channel and on his Facebook, he has no problem paying me $1,200 every month. So, Kristie, can you introduce our special guest today?
Sure. We have James and James Sides. James comes from Missouri. Welcome, James.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here.
James, I know that you're pretty good with graphics. Can you explain to somebody how they can use the graphics in their own business?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple different things you can do with this. The first thing you can do if you're just starting out, if you're not making any money at all, one of the easiest ways to make money is to do jobs for other people. And I know that a lot of people don't want to talk about that. It's like, oh, don't ever do that. But it's actually how I started out. When I first started out, I was actually writing articles for other people, which was a lot of work. With this graphic software, you can actually make graphics for people like over on Fiverr, sell $5 gigs. And the software itself, you can do this in a couple of minutes, pop these things out. You do a couple a day at $5, and all of a sudden you're making a couple $100 a month just doing these Fiverr gigs. And it only takes, again, if you're, say, 10 minutes max on one banner, and you're doing, say, 5 a day, that's less than an hour, you're popping out $25 a day. You say you do it 20 days a month, it's an extra $400 or $500 a month, which isn't, life-changing, but it's an extra car payment, it's a utility bill, a grocery bill, and you can scale up from there. Now, if you're, and again, that's if you're new. The other ways you can use this thing, I think you covered a little bit, on your YouTube channel, it's great to put your YouTube channel stuff up there. On your Facebook page, you've always got the fan pages with the different images, and you can also use it to create images that you put right on your timeline. So if you want to do like an image on your timeline, or even use it for like a Facebook ad, all that stuff is possible. The software exports in 3 formats. So it'll export static images, which is just like a regular image that doesn't move, and they'll do that in a PNG format or a JPEG format. But we've also got it set up to export GIFs, which is actually the animated images that you'll often see on viral posts and things like that.
That's really cool. I'm talking about those moving images are really just jazzy, I tell you, and really catches your attention. I'll tell you, if guys can actually create that for people, such as if you do have maybe something on Fiverr and you say, hey, you know what, you put up your job up there and say, hey, you know what, if you want it, we can make you a banner or we can make you a YouTube channel. And what's cool about it is that this software can actually make it in minutes. Am I right, James?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically the software has a couple different options in there, different backgrounds you can use, different text formats you can use. And then if you have your own images, or if you don't have your own images even, we have an OTL. We're always very transparent about that stuff. So they can grab a pack of thousands of images that they can actually use, so that way they're not having to go out there and buy their own as well.
Yeah, let me tell you, for what he's doing there, that can cost you a lot of money. Because if you go to big stock or anything, some of these images are $3 to $5, right, James?
Yeah, exactly right. Even if you find them on a cheaper site, a lot of times you're paying $1 per image. So if you need 500 images, all of a sudden you're out $500, and it does get pretty expensive pretty quick.
Yeah, and plus you don't want to use the wrong image, because a lot of these guys, I forgot which company it is, but they put their little watermark there, and that's their business, is actually going after people that actually use these images. So just to keep you out of trouble, it's best to get the OTO if you want to go this full time and make it a professional business. Right, Kristie?
Absolutely. I love what you said, James, because I know I just purchased images recently, and the smallest ones were $3 each.
Right.
And that really adds up. And so, yeah, you got quite a bargain there. No lie, you really do. And can you show us an example, James? Yeah.
One of the images that was created with the software.
Yeah.
Let me do this.
In a world and see what it looks like inside. You know, James is right too about the James Knight, the little animated things. People love that, and you put that on a Facebook ad, you're gonna get a lot of clicks.
Let me actually pull up a couple different images for you all. So
Okay,
this
guys, please click James's icon, Kristie.
Got it.
oh, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Let me open up.
That is very cool.
Planet Earth.
Yeah.
See Planet Earth.
I'm on my Mac Air, and I love this thing. Probably the greatest purchase I ever made. I was worried
That's
about.
what I want to get someday. Is
I
the
want
Mac
one
Air, so I can actually record from there.
I
love it. I've had high-powered PCs. I have an iMac that I love also. But the funny thing is, I always tell this story. My iMac is a 27-inch screen, and so I thought, man, this is like the holy grail of computers. And turns out I bought this Mac Air after that, and I almost never turn my iMac on. I do everything from this 13-inch Mac Air. I love it. It's just awesome.
It's so cool.
Oh, that is cool.
So the banner that you guys are looking at right now was literally created in the software, and we just did a couple different slides using, as you can see, basic text and an e-cover that we already had created for the software itself.
Okay, excuse me, James. I'm not seeing anything.
Click his thing, his James on the left, Kristie.
Oh, I see it now. Okay, I'm sorry.
Great. Let's leave that on there. Perfect.
Okay, so everybody can see it now?
Yes, I can.
I can.
Perfect. So this is just one example, something that we did. You can see how the graphics, they will fade in from different directions, like that's from the left, and a couple of them are fading in, and then one's coming from the bottom. You have options within the software that will let you say, okay, I want this one from the left, I want this one from the right, I want this one just to fade in, or I want this one to fade out. And so you can do all these different things with it, and you can set the delays, which sounds really complicated, but it's not. It's very easy to do. You can set the delays so they can go faster or slower. Let me show you all a couple different ones so you can get a little better feel for it. This is one, I literally did this just earlier today. I pulled this off of one of my old sites, and it was just a plain banner. In fact, I'll show it to you. What it looked like before was this. And then I quickly opened it up in like a free paint program, and I just recolored the button really, really quick green. And then I put the two images into the software, and it spit this out. So for people that are wondering, well, what's the big deal? You changed the button to green. I did, but if you look at it on my website, and you guys are free to copy this website if you want to, I don't really care. just warning you, it only makes about $200 a year, so probably not worth the effort. But this is one of my old sites,
cool.
2009 or 2010.
Yeah.
So you can see the banner here. The problem is it's boring. It just sits there.
Uh-huh.
So if I took this instead and put it there, it would literally be flashing like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Animated banner.
Right. So now all of a sudden it's animated. It's going to, knock out some of the ad blindness. Because a lot of people go to the site and they expect these ads to be there. They're looking for them. They ignore them right off the bat. But if it's flashing like this instead, it's going to draw more attention. And of course, we can make this button any color we wanted. We could, do all kinds of modifications. I just did this in literally about 30 seconds. Here's another example for you. My friend Seth has a JV page I was playing around with, and I pulled one of his static images off. It just said the launch funnel. And I just real quickly threw it in Paint, and literally 30 seconds just drew some white lettering on there. And again, I made a GIF out of it because I was showing the product to him.
That is so fun.
Very cool. I love it.
Oh my gosh, it's like internet toys, really.
Yeah, and the thing is I've been online for about, I guess, 9 years now, which is crazy when I say it.
That's a lot.
But I remember for a long time I would see these images, and I had no idea how people did it. I thought, wow, they probably got to pay somebody a bunch of money to do that, or it's probably some kind of complicated programming thing like some JavaScript. And it's nothing like that at all. Do you all mind if I open the software up and actually show them what it looks like?
Go for it, yes.
Awesome. Please do. Yeah.
Pull this open real quick.
Eye candy, really.
So this is the actual software, and I do want to point out to everybody, it's made in Adobe Air, so it works on both PC and Mac. So I'm on a Mac right now, but if you're on a PC, it'll work no problem for you. And there's quite a few options in here. But we wanted to give you some presets to work with as well. So you have all the standard sizes for banners and ads. But if you have an image that's maybe not in there, you can change it at will. You can say, like, I wanted 413 by 372. No problem, I can do that.
Wow, that's
So
so cool.
it's important to keep in mind that you're not stuck inside of a box. But let me show you how I did that with these images real quick. Let me take this one, and this is a 728 by 90. I'm going to select this one. I'm simply going to add an image and grab it off my desktop. So there's that image.
I love that.
Where I was talking about the fading in, and you can blur it, come from the left, right, all these different directions.
Wow.
And I'm going to change my delay so that it's really fast, so it flickers faster. So I'm going to put 1 second. I'm going to add another slide. I'm going to add another image. I'm going to change that to 1 second as well. And that's it. Now when I preview it, I can see what it looks like.
Oh, I love it.
When I'm ready, I just hit export, and I want to export it as a GIF, so I'm going to do that real quick. And it'll say, please wait. My poor Mac Air can keep up. There it goes. And then we'll export that. Let's call it 22. And so you also have to like that, maybe 60 seconds or so. We'll open it up with Firefox so we can view it. That's exactly how I created that image. Was just
so cool, like a neon sign flashing. That's great.
That's exactly what it reminds me of.
I love it. I love it.
You know what? People would pay a lot of money to actually get something like this done for them, right, Kristie?
I mean it. I'm serious.
I mean, this is a regular business.
Yeah, my head's buzzing with ideas. You know what? I'm thinking, so if you buy the OTO and download all these images, all you got to do is just pick one, any of them, like you just did, upload them, and create that, a banner, flashing banner. And James, tell us how else you use these.
Well, what I like to use them is for my AdSense. I mean, or if you have like a clickbait product. I mean, it's just gonna, if you can make it flash like that, you know what? When people are actually looking down the page, they're actually gonna draw attention to that flashing ad. And if, for example, I would use it on my fat loss factor one.
I know.
If you pay $33, you can get all day long. Yeah, I mean, there's so many possibilities that you can use it. But you know why I like it a lot? It's so easy to use.
I know. I
mean, basically, you type a couple things in, and it's basically click submit, and then you put the timer and how long you want it to flash, and now you got an animated banner. How much easier can that be, really?
I know. I'm just thinking about ClickBank. Yeah, I love ClickBank products. You could do this for all those ClickBank products that you promote.
I mean, other than that, what you can do is also you can actually put, like I said before, put something up on Fiverr. And then it takes you probably about a minute, 2 minutes to make these, and you're making tons of money. And then you upgrades too. If you want the flash like that, say another $10. So you make quite a bit of killing by doing this. And this is like a business.
Fiverr's a great lead gen now. Years ago, Fiverr was just kind of Fiverr, $5 here and there. But you can actually use it now as a client builder. And not to get too far off on a tangent, but we talked about scaling just a tiny bit. If you're doing well with this, where you're getting clients on Fiverr and you're getting, say, 30, 40 people a month, you can easily go out there and hire your own designer and get even fancier and say, hey, for $40 or $50, we have an out there where we'll do this, this, and this. And, for people that don't know, one of my other businesses that I'm in is the mobile games niche. And what I do in that business is I actually develop games for people, both the art and the programming. I can't do art myself, and I can't code myself. I know nothing about programming. But I started the same way. I just started to get people interested in small things. And then when I knew that I had a real market, I hired a programmer full-time, and I hired a bunch of full-time artists. And now I literally make money doing game development, even though I don't know anything about developing games. And so they can do the same thing. They can use this as that, getting a foot in the door, and they can develop an entire full-on business if they wanted to, just doing image stuff. Or, of course, like with me, I'd rather use it in my existing business where I'm putting it on my different blogs, on my different news sites, and my YouTube channels and things like that. So there's a world of opportunity out there for them. And for a lot of people, they don't know, but it was not easy to make a software that did these animations. It was actually one of the trickier things out there. And we started working this last summer, and the whole idea was we want to be able to do animations. Lots of softwares exist that make boring images, but we want ours to be able to do something that actually stands out from the crowd, and that's the reason that we included the animations with the software.
James is totally right. You know what? I've been looking for something for quite a while that was, instead of static and just sitting there like a boring image, was something that could be an animated software, because that definitely will draw attention to whatever you're actually promoting, like a ClickBank ad or even CPA offer. Because the static, you know, they just sit there and like, because you see them all the time. But if you see something like, what I would do is I would make some static images. Then I would make one that's an animated one. The one that I really want to actually where I'm going to make the most money is the fat loss factor. And that's where you're going to actually make the most money with this. And I'm going to tell you, this is something that you can almost use almost day in and day out, because there's so many uses for it. Not only just to make Facebook banners, but to make YouTube channels. I mean, when you make a professional YouTube channel, people are not going to think that, and we put a nice banner there, they're not going to think you're spammy. They're going to think that, hey, this guy is just a guy that's branding his channel. He's doing everything right. He's not out there trying to spam everybody. And that way you won't get your channel easily flagged and taken down. And that's where I would actually use this too. So the uses are endless. And plus, I love the animated feature. That alone is well worth it. Right, Kristie?
Oh, yeah, it really is. James Sides, can you click back on your James, how does he get back on his image?
Did I do it?
There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay, great. I know.
This is it's easy to use. It's newbie friendly. Even if you're not techie like I am, and if you're anybody like me who's not really great at making WordPress sites, I can make a WordPress site, but you know what? I prefer not to do it. But I like things that are simple where I can actually do it within 1 minute and make myself an image or make myself a animated image, and it's all done for me. It's almost like you just click a couple buttons and it's done. That's the beauty of this. And you're able to do things that other people can't. Most software out there is a static image. You see what I'm saying? Now you're actually standing apart from everybody else, and now you're making it blink and everything. That's really cool, right, Kristie?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. And I'm thinking this whole time, James Sides, people like things that are simple. And the way you demonstrated this about how to make the image bigger and just a few clicks, you can really handle this. It's not a huge learning curve. You can really do this if you've never even seen anything like this before.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, it's so simple that the funny story is a few days ago, I realized that we hadn't done any tutorial videos for it. My thinking was it's so simple we don't need them, but I thought, well, we better go ahead and do them just in case. So there will be tutorials. But it really is very easy to use. I mean, it's extremely user friendly. They just load the images in there, export them. It's as simple as that. So
sounds good. Sounds easy and
James, how much is the front end?
It's gonna be $27 for the software, and that's gonna be good for 7 days. We're gonna do a 7-day launch with it, and then we're gonna go ahead and take it to regular market for $67.
Guys, he's not kidding. This stuff usually goes for a lot more. I mean, I'm telling you, because normally two things either happen. It's at a good price, which normally stuff is for the first few days. It's like $27. Two things happen. Either they take it off market and you'll never see it again. That's what I hate. That's the worst. That's the worst punishment for actually not picking it up at a good price, such as $27, because this is something you'll use for many years in your business. The other thing is that where it goes to $97 or $67, and you said, you think, well, I should have got it then. And I'm gonna tell you, you will be kicking yourself because, like I said, a lot of things that I've seen, they only make static ones. I've never seen to this day one that actually made an animated one. So all I can tell you is that I really like it about, and I did it one other time with Steven Gilbert stuff and everything. This is totally approved. I'm telling you, I love it really, and I'm actually gonna pick myself up one. And when I say this, I am totally telling you the truth and everything. Do yourself a favor and grab this, because I promise you, you're going to use this day in and day out. Plus, it's so easy to use. I mean, you'll be kicking. If you want to be serious in the internet business, make sure you pick it up, because you're going to use it day in and day out. To do this by yourself without this software, it's going to make your head spin and make it a lot harder. You know what? Just get this and make your life easy. Right, Kristie?
Yeah, I'm thinking, exactly what you said. I cannot tell you how many times I saw something really good like this, and it was a low price, and I waited like 2-3 days, and then maybe 3 weeks later, and I go back, and then, oh, it's gone up like 30-40 bucks. And so, you know what? If you're at least in the least interested, pick it up because, you know, as I told somebody else, you spend a lot of time, you know, doing the things you have to do. And James Side has made this really easy for you. I mean, he's giving you a tool. And I'm telling you, if you would go out, you know, in the offline world and try to get somebody to design this, they would charge you big bucks. I mean, really.
Well, so how long did it actually take? I think you said 18 months to create this?
This one here took me about, see, we started in July, so about 8 months.
Eight months, yeah. I mean, he put a lot of time and effort in this. I'm just telling you. So it's not something that he took a lot of his special, really, is a passion of building this the right way because James knows what other internet marketers really need. And that is why he actually created this because it is created by an internet marketer for other internet marketers. So what I can tell you is I give it 2 thumbs up. I really mean this or anything because, I mean, I told Kristie, you know, our little thing where that we do this, we don't tell the product creators that we do this. Sometimes we'll give 1 thumb up, you know what I'm saying? But this is a 2 thumbs up. Am I right, Kristie? What do you say?
Yeah, I'm serious. This is very quality.
You guys need it. That's all I can tell you. It's a tool that you will need in your business. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna actually make it with your fan pages, your group pages, your YouTube channels, and then you can actually do this with Fiverr and charge for it if you want. But just in your own business is really where you're gonna need it. And once you get it, it's not a monthly charge, recurring charge. That's the beauty of this. It's a one-time payment. That's why I usually grab this kind of stuff because I love software. But anything that'll do it animated, this should have went for $97.
That's actually what we were going to charge for when it first came out. And I was telling you all this before we went live. We weren't even planning on doing a WSO with it. We were just going to take it to the main market. And we looked at 97 and 67 as the price points, and we decided, hey, let's go ahead and do a WSO with it. And you know, for everybody that's watching, I don't do fake scarcity. Like you were talking about software being pulled. I launched TubeSpy. In 2011, I said it's available for 7 days, and then it's gone. After 7 days, you could not buy it, and to this day, it's never been offered for sale again. You know, 5,000 people grabbed that software, and I still took it off the market because I said I would. And that was the important thing is, you know, I stick to what I say because I just don't believe in false scarcity. You know, if I say it's going to be 27 now, it will be. And if I say it's going to go to 67, it will go to 67. So the other thing I wanted to throw out there real quick was we didn't even talk about it, but it's so hot right now. Is Teespring.
Yeah.
You know, if everybody's doing Teespring or using Teespring, the campaigns that are doing the best, they have animated images on their Teespring page right above the buy button.
Yeah.
And they usually do something like arrows pointing down, just flashing.
Oh, yeah.
And so you can use this for your Teespring campaigns as well. And we also are going to be giving away another bonus that we've never given away before on a bonus on the other launch. We just released it to the public a few days ago. It's called Blue Ads, and it's from the people that developed Blue Page, my friend Bobby Walker. And I'm helping him out with that, and it's a Facebook software that takes care of like adding all those really cool red borders and stuff like that to the Facebook ads. It does all that for people as well. So they're going to not only have the Instabanner software that does all these animations, they're going to have a Facebook ad software as well that will actually let them import all of that into Facebook real quickly.
So you're giving 2 pieces of software for 1 price.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, all I can tell you is even the Facebook one alone should have been 47, and the primary one could have been 97. So I'm just telling you, this is just a gift, and this was not scripted. I mean, James told us right before the interview that he's possibly going to do this, and now you heard it from the man himself. All I can tell you is that if I had 4 hands, I'd give you 4 hands up. Because this is killer. Really. I love it. I mean, all I can tell you is that if you don't get it, then there's something wrong with you. That's all I can tell you. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm passionate. When I see something you guys got to get, I'll tell you. Right, Kristie?
Yes. Don't you grow and need 2 more hands taking all that cold medicine.
I tell you, everybody. I mean, you know what? James is a personal friend of mine and a very good friend. But I had to actually bring this to you guys because this is killer software, especially animated. I am on this, okay? This Tylenol called it flu. But you know what? I believed in this product so much that I actually had to do this interview because to bring you this. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you don't have this software, you're rolling backwards instead of going forward. So 2 thumbs up, and you guys got to get it. This is just something that you'll be paying later on because you're gonna find out, hey, I need the software. Don't pay. All of a sudden, kick yourself and say, now I got to pay $67, or it's not available. So go for it. That's all I got to say. Kristie, I know you always have a special quote for the day. Can you please tell us that?
Yeah, special quote for the day. Okay, Zig Ziglar. I love Zig Ziglar. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see farther. And here's another one. The choice to have a great attitude is something that nobody or no circumstance can ever take from you.
Wow, that's deep. Look at those beautiful earrings that she's wearing. Those look like gold almost. What are those there?
Oh, they're just little gold leaves, that's all.
That is so cool. So cool. I love it. I mean, I tell you, she's a classy lady. I tell you. All right, man. I totally appreciate coming on, James. I mean, I hope you come on next time. You know, James is a cool guy, and why I like his product because he's honest. When he says that it's going to be up at ClickBank later for $67, he's a man of his word. So just go for it, and so that you don't actually have to spend $40 later or more. You know, it's only $27. I mean, $27 is like nothing. So go for it. I love it. James, thanks a lot for being on, man. And I'm gonna pick this up myself.
I appreciate it.
All right, later on, bro.
Appreciate it, big time.
Bye-bye.
Later on, Kristie.
Thanks.
Keep
Bye-bye.
getting more earrings out and everything. I love it.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.